Well, hello everyone. Today, I finally got my carburetor kit, but ran into a different problem. Today, instead of working on the truck, I need to get my snowblower going for the winter. So instead of showing you the carburetor or repairing the carburetor on the truck, I'm going to be working on this Toro snowblower. So in the meantime, I guess what I got to do is first thing is take the carburetor off. I've been running it, and it appears that it is running lean because I have to choke it to get it to run, normal. And the second I take the choke off of it, then it starts to act like it's running out of fuel. It's coughing, sputtering. So I'm assuming that it's the carburetor is probably a bit plugged up. So to work on this, it's a fairly new snowblower. I think I got it 3 years ago. But apparently it needs some work. Maybe I didn't get the gas completely out of it last fall. Thought I did. But, our last spring. But I didn't run it much last year either. 2 years ago, I only think I pulled the snowblower out 3 times total. Last year, I probably pulled it out 8 times total. So, I think this time around, I think I gotta go through and do a little work on it. See what it's doing. Let's see, I see these 4 screws seem to hold on this cover. Maybe not, maybe there's more. Oh, there looks like there's another one over here. Now let's hold on. Oh, and then there's another one back here. So looks like I'm on a total of. Oops, that's tighter. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now. And now something is holding on the front over here, up the key probably. And now it's holding. Yeah, it looks like that just comes off. There we go. So 6 screws hold that piece of tin we're on. Then let's take a look in here. The carburetor is back in here. So there's another cover. I see 2 screws that are holding this on, or 2 nuts, and that's the bigger size. Let's see. So the first ones are 5/16. The next one, let's see if they're 3/8 maybe. Yep. Nope, not 3/8. We'll go with 7/16. And that's too big, so it's got to be something in the middle and metric. So 10. Not 10 in the axle. Yeah. Let's try a 10 millimeter. There we go. And these are nuts. nut. It looks like there might be a wash. Well, maybe not. This nut isn't too easy to get off. Because it's in a hole back in there. Maybe I should have used a nut runner or something like that. Okay, so then this cover should come off. There it goes. All right, so that can go out of the way. Here's the choke and the carburetor. There's a little compression spring to hold it on there for the gas. Since the tank, I think that's off, but I better grab a vice grip or something to plug that off. So it doesn't leak gas all over the place. We'll do that. Then take that spring or that clamp, move it out of the way. Take that gasket off. Pull that fuel line loose. And what do I got happening here? Here's another vacuum line, it looks like. Or no, that's a primer. I think we can just pull that loose, make that easy. I got to take this hose off, and then I got these two, the throttle and something else here that's hooking on there, a couple springs. Alright, let's take that and let's see here. Break that loose. And now I can pull that line off. Okay. So that line is free. Now this is all coming loose here. I'll give you a better look at what's going on. So there's the carburetor. There's the two springs I got to hook. There's the fuel line I took loose. There's the primer that I took loose from that spot. Can you see it from that spot? And I just got to get these two springs off and then I'll be loose. Okay. So that one come loose like that. That's just a spring that holds that tight. And there's the carburetor. So here we go. Now I got the carburetor free. Now I'm going to move over to the bench. And can you guys see? Maybe a little bit right there. Decided I'm going to have myself a nice little little tray to put this stuff in. I'll put a light over here to hopefully light this up a bit. Alright, so here's the carburetor. See, it's already leaking fuel, which probably should have taken this out last year to drain it, and that probably would have cleaned this up. But okay, so what size do you suppose that is? Yep, it looks like that. So that's a 10, and that's a 10 also. Oh, that's leaking a lot. Can I grab me a little jar here and dump the rest of this gas out? There. Alright. All the gas should be out of the bowl now. Alright, that pulls that one free. So there's the bowl. Looks pretty clean. There's the float. Take that pin out. Take the float off. And now what? That has plenty of fuel, or so I'm betting that jet in there is what's probably plugged up. So I'm going to grab me a little screwdriver and see if I can get that out. Looks like that's about the right size. And there's the jet. We'll have to clean that up in a bit. There's the needle. That's probably the part that's all plugged up. So let's take this thing and let's see if this carburetor tool will clean things up. Suppose I should go turn the compressor on. I'll be back in a few minutes once that airs up. Okay, so I got my carburetor cleaning tool, and it's supposed to have little rods in it so that you can clean out these holes that are in here, and that one seems to fit pretty good there. So I'm going to run this up and down each of those holes once or twice, kind of like that, just to clean them out. That one's a little sticky. There we go. And then I got a little, like a pipe cleaner. I can stick that down in there, clean that out. But it looks like my smallest one doesn't fit in these tiny little holes up here at the top. So you see those little bitty ones right there? There's 3 here and 3 there, and they go all the way through, but my smallest one doesn't fit in there. So I'm going to have to do something different to get those cleaned out. But while I'm at it, I think I can run, maybe I can't run something through that hole. Gonna have to use one of these rods, I guess. That one's too big. That one's too big. That one's too big. And I think that one's my smallest one. Yeah, I can see that there's a hole in there, so that's probably okay. Alright, now I need to find something different that I can stick through those other holes. Let's see, what did I see guys using? I've seen people use before one of these wires off of their wire brush. Let's see if I can jam one of those through that little hole. It's about the right size. I just need to get it loose here. I'll be right back. Alright, grab me one of these. Okay, now I have me a tiny little wire. Let's see if I can put it through that hole. There we go, that fits. So the first one's clean. Second one's opened up. Third one opened up. Now I go 90 degrees. Do the first one. Do the second one. And do the third one. Alright, I think all those little holes are open now. Now I'm going to take a little bit of carburetor cleaner and shoot it down that hole. Maybe if I go the other way. There we go. Now I see stuff shooting out all the holes. Alright, that's probably clean enough. Let's put a little bit on here too. Clean that out. Now, is there anything in here that I need to clean out? Appears to be a hole here. No, well, appears to be something there. And there appears to be something right there. Wonder where that goes to. So I'm going to try a little bit of this in here. Oh, look at that. That does shoot stuff through. That one seems to be plugged up. Is that a hole? That's the choke. That's the throttle. Oh, I see stuff coming out over here. So now I'm going to try this down this hole. Okay. I think maybe one more little piece right here. I don't know if this goes anywhere. Sounds like it's going out someplace. All right. I think everything is a bit cleaner than it used to be. Looking at the bowl, there looks like there's nothing wrong with the bowl. So now I just have to reassemble this. Hopefully. I guess there might be a little something here in this primer hole. Clean that out too. Oh, then I'll probably take a little bit of air. Blow out all the holes. And let's see if that takes care of it. Hopefully this thing runs a bit better now. So let's see, this goes back in here like that. That goes back in here. I use the screwdriver, so that has to go in that direction. Then I'll take the screwdriver and run it down. And looking at this, oh, this is the float, or the, let's just clean that up a little bit. I don't think that ever was dirty, so I'm not too worried about it. And that goes in there, and then this pin goes through and holds that all together. Okay. All right. Then that goes on. Let's see. I believe that goes out to, let's see, that was to the back, so that needs to go kind of that direction. And then this goes in here to hold that together. And this goes in here. I should remember to take that out maybe next year and clean that out. So now that that's on there, tighten this stuff up and let's put it back together. And let's see if she runs. Okay. Now I'm going to come back over this direction. I think you guys can see what I'm working on. And let's see if I can remember how I took this apart. Let's see, put this in here. I think that went through those two holes like that. That went into there. This spring went into here. Come on. Get in there. Then this hose gets put on here. And that hose gets put on top here. Okay, I'll give everybody a quick look so you can kind of see how I put it back together. Let's see here. So up here, I don't know, can you see that? That's where the throttle is. That's where the spring was. This is where the hose goes. That's where the main fuel line goes. I need to put these two hose clamps back on. And then I think I just got to put all the nuts and bolts back together. Then we'll give her a shot and we'll see if she runs better. So, alright. That hose clamp goes down here. That hose clamp goes on there. This one ain't on there. Get on there. Alright, that hose clamp is on. That hose clamp is on. Now I got to put on this gasket, which I believe went just like, not like that, went just like that. That looks good. Then I got to put this cover, I got to put this choke through that hole and this cover back through those two holes. There they go. All right, get in there. All right, let's open it up. Oh, yeah, take that vice grip off. Maybe that'll make things a little bit easier. All right. There we go. Now I got room. Now I have these two nuts to put on. I'm going to make my life a little bit easier. I'm going to go grab me a short extension. So that I can more easily hold on to this while I'm holding on to that and putting that in there. There we go. Much easier. There it goes. All right. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Not going to over torque it. That's probably plenty. Now I switch over to my, and I drop some. And where does it go? The geometric center of whatever you're working on is the first place that anything drops to. Get back over there. Luckily this is light enough that it's not that hard to find. I've seen them fall underneath the middle of a wheel or underneath a wheel on a pickup before. It's like good luck trying to find that. Okay, now I gotta slip this in. That goes underneath there. Now everybody's probably screaming at me, hey, you should start this up and see if it's working before you go any further. So, you know what? You're probably right. Let me take that. Let me set this stuff here where I'm not going to lose it. Put the key back in. Move this stuff out of the way. Probably going to have to prime the hell out of it. I think I should still have fuel in here. Yep, still got the fuel. Oh, turn the gas back on. I think that's... And choke it. And give it fuel. And let's see if she'll run. it's supposed to shut off though when I turn it all the way down. Let's start it back up again and see what happens. Choke it. Yeah, that kills it. Okay. Apparently that's off. Don't turn it all the way down. But it starts on an easy pull, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, let's put her back together. I think it's good enough for this winter. And that's probably going to be hot, so that'll be fun. Trying to get this back together. Get on there. There it goes. All right, let's just get a few of these started. I think one more right here. That ain't on the right spot. Let's see. Let's make sure those things line up. Ooh, that's hot. All right, that one started, and then there's one more back over here. Ooh, that's getting warm quick. Let's get this back on here and switch over to my, what is that? That's my 5/16 now, right? No, that's my 10. Ooh, that's getting really hot now. All right, there she is. Let's see if she runs again. Oh, and to let you guys know, that is stop when I go all the way over. So, I don't know if you guys can see. Where's that engine at? There it is. When I ran it all the way to over here and it died, that's because it's stop. So, that's what it's supposed to do. All right, so let's try to get her to run one more time. This is kind of an easy fix, but still had to get her done. Sounds good. All right, catch you guys like next time. Bye.